What up, what up, what up? It's your boy D back at you with another video. And today we are going over John Cena's heel turn. Now, we're like halfway through before John Cena's farewell tour before he retires. And I've been seeing a lot of videos and a lot of people talking about John Cena's heel turn, whether since he's now a babyface again, whether it was a failure. It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting subject. Was John Cena's historic heel turn a failure? There's only one way to answer this question. No. No. Hell no. It was not a failure. And let me explain why. The reason why it's not a failure is because no matter if you like the 6 months of it or not, it's going to go down as one of the biggest moments ever. When he turned heel at Elimination Chamber 2025, there's only one heel turn that was better than that one. And that's Hulk Hogan's NWO third man heel turn at Bash at the Beach. That's the only one in the history of pro wrestling. Period. Now, obviously, and everyone's like, shame on WWE. No. If anything, there's only one thing that genuinely hurt John Cena's heel run. The Rock. The Rock not being there for John Cena's heel turn absolutely did screw it up. 1000%. Rock not being there badly damaged his heel run. It screwed it up. And that's the reason why everybody hates Travis Scott for some stupid ass reason. Everybody hates him. But if The Rock was there, nobody would have been mad at Travis Scott. I probably think WWE and Travis Scott don't fall out if it wasn't for that. I'm just saying. Did a lot of things go wrong? Yes. A lot of things did go wrong. But there's a lot of things that went right. Because if you're asking me, looking back at it, was the right thing to do for John Cena to like why he turned heel was to blame the fans? Yes and no. He kind of just like, oh, you guys have been bullying me for years. No, I wouldn't have went that way with being a heel. It was different. It was a unique approach. Like with the John Cena sucks and everything. It was a unique approach. What I would have did personally, John Cena should have basically been like, I'm hearing that Cody Rhodes thinks he's QB1. He thinks that it's a passing of the torch. People are talking about he's the new me. He damn sure ain't the new me. He's trying to wipe away everything I've done. That type of story for John Cena turning heel would have been a better story. But that's in hindsight. And that's the part I feel like people are so stupid that they don't understand. This is in hindsight. Did we want to boo John Cena? No. It's his last year, title number 17. Do I credit John Cena in the WWE for doing something that people forget? The fans have been begging for John Cena to turn heel for over 15 years. Begging for him to turn heel. Wanting to see it. So then they finally see it, and everyone is excited through the roof. If being honest, the reason why WrestleMania damn near had so many tickets sold out and how expensive it was because of the John Cena heel turn and everything we thought we were going to see at WrestleMania 41. The heel turn sold WrestleMania. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it real here. Now, John Cena turned back babyface. And if you see in that Montreal crowd, that crowd went stupid when John Cena's music hit. It was beautiful. It was perfect. Yes. John Cena's babyface, when he went back babyface, it was always going to work. He's keeping it being. It was always going to work. And I'm excited for him to go out the way he's comfortable, the way he's known as. The whole John Cena's I'm going to ruin a wrestling thing, in hindsight, yes, it didn't work. Because it didn't really make any sense. But to call it a failure is dumb. It is idiotic. When you talk about the business of it, the sold out venues and everything, no, it's not a failure. Then you want to talk about the moments. Last time I checked on the internet, John Cena versus Randy Orton, people love that match. John Cena versus CM Punk, people love that match. John Cena versus R-Truth. If John Cena never turns heel, do we ever really get R-Truth back? Did R-Truth have the steam that he had when he came back? I don't think so. Don't get me wrong, they quieted that down, but I'm just saying. None of this happens. We don't get John Cena's pipe bomb promo was absolutely gas. CM Punk's Punkonomics promo was incredibly hilarious, incredibly entertaining. We are not going to be those people where when we enjoy something, we love it, and then all of a sudden it was a failure. No! We were all excited about it. Everybody was talking about it. We're not doing that. I'm sick of that. We need to hold people accountable, because this is the part that also pisses me off about even these old, like the wrestlers who have podcasts and the media and Twitter itself, okay? If you really want to keep it a being, okay. People who are complaining about, who are saying that John Cena's heel turn was a failure. These people who are saying this are the same people who were asking for Cody Rhodes to turn heel. Does this sound familiar to you? Does this make sense to you? Don't worry, I'll wait. Why would you want Cody Rhodes to turn heel if you saw that John Cena turn heel and you didn't like what John Cena did? Why would you want the white meat babyface to turn heel? Make it make sense. And if we want to keep it really a being, Cody Rhodes is nowhere near a bigger babyface than John Cena. No. If you ask yourself right now, who is the biggest babyface in the company right now, it's John Cena. Period. I think Cody would probably agree with me on that. It doesn't mean that Cody can't carry his own. It doesn't mean that Cody is not a draw. It doesn't mean any of those things. But John Cena is one of the biggest stars in the world. That's the difference. John Cena can go back to being John Cena because he's one of the biggest motherfucking stars in the motherfucking world. It's the same thing with The Rock. Whenever The Rock comes back, nobody is bigger than The Rock. And there's always going to be people, well, in the world of pro wrestling, okay, nobody's bigger than The Rock. And that's the thing. People were still waiting for The Rock. People are still asking to see The Rock, even though WrestleMania 41 left a bad taste in people's mouths. We agree. We all agree on that. But to call John Cena's heel turn a failure is just cap. It's false. You're lying. Because people weren't entertained. People loved it. People were entertained. And it was very fun. Was it the best heel turn we've ever seen? Going through like month to month to month? No. But also, there's a lot of factors that go into that. And one of those factors is WWE programming was so clustered during WrestleMania, after WrestleMania, and all the pay-per-views that followed. When we had, the reason why we were so hyped for WrestleMania, it was because of how long we had to tell stories between, like, for example, Royal Rumble wasn't until like February 1st. So we had all of January to tell stories. Then Elimination Chamber wasn't until March 1st. We had until after March 1st until April 18th and 19th for WrestleMania 41. After that, bro, there was like a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. It's hard to tell stories within like 2 weeks. John Cena versus Randy Orton. Waited for that. We were all excited to see John Cena versus Randy Orton in St. Louis at Backlash. It was like a 2-week story. Then the next following like 2-3 weeks was Saturday Night's Main Event. And that's when the R-Truth thing happened. And then the next 2 damn weeks, you had John Cena versus CM Punk. And then you had Money in the Bank. Like, bruh. Actually, it was the other way around. Sorry. Money in the Bank and then Night of Champions. It was like 2 weeks after 2 weeks after 2 weeks after 2 weeks. There was a new pay-per-view. So a lot of these feuds didn't get the time that it needed to tell stories. If you think I'm capping, look at Cody Rhodes' championship run. One of the things people criticize about Cody Rhodes' championship run was there was no time for Cody to get immersed into a story. He had a lot of good matches. There was no story in any of Cody Rhodes' title reigns. We didn't get a story until Kevin Owens. And that literally was in like October. Cody won the belt in April. Make it make sense. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the stories that we're seeing and we're telling is because WWE, after a while, they started to go away from what was getting them the most people invested. Long-term storytelling. And John Cena has 5 months left. And I'm excited to see John Cena in these 5 months, especially as a babyface. But the whole point of all of this has to be to tell stories of long-term storytelling. Think I'm capping? Clash comparison in what? 3 weeks? Logan Paul versus John Cena. Am I excited for Logan Paul versus John Cena? Yes, I actually think it's a really cool match. Story has 2 weeks to build. That's the difference. And that's the issue with a lot of WWE programming today, in my personal opinion. But to call John Cena's, in closing, heel turn a failure, y'all are bugging. You are drunk if you think this was a failure or a WWE blunder. I just think it's crazy. All the business it did and the moments we got in it outweigh the negatives in it. I'm sorry. It does. And then on top of that, if you don't like John Cena heel turn, blame The Rock. It ain't got nothing to do with John Cena. Because we gotta remember, what we all thought and what we all saw in our head isn't what we got. They didn't tell us that was gonna happen. It's what we assumed. I'm just saying. I do think John Cena's heel turn was a success. Is John Cena better off a babyface? Yes. And I'm going to leave you, because I got to ask you all this question before we get up out of here. With however you view John Cena's heel turn, if you think John Cena's heel turn was a failure, does this still make you want to see Cody Rhodes turn heel? Let me know in the comments below. Because I don't think I do. All I'm saying. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Forever gang. And until forever finds you.